Hello and welcome to Smash Interviews Episode 2. In this episode is Phoenix1 Tweek.
Using game for situation, and it's trying to end it here. 88%. F-word smash. Uh-oh. This is definitely Tweek's opportunity. Whoa. Look at that shield. And beyond. Yes, that's going to be it. Look at that. Tweek up on the chair. He almost tripped, but he manages to keep it together. Good job. Phoenix1 Tweek moves on to the winners finals. He's going to have to face.
So before getting into the interview, these are some facts you should know about Tweek. His name is Gavin Dempsey. His alias is Tweek. He plays Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. He is on Team Phoenix1. He mains Cloud. He is from New Jersey. And he is ranked number 17 in the world and number 4 in New Jersey.
Yo.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good, thanks. So, to start off this interview, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Gavin Dempsey. I am a professional Super Smash Bros. Player from New Jersey.
Alright, so what part of New Jersey are you from?
I'm from Burlington Township. I went to high school there. Pretty much lived here since I was like 2 months old. I was born in Indiana and then moved to New Jersey, so.
Nice. So, I think the most appropriate question to start off this interview is, how did you get into Smash?
So I've always been ever since I was a kid, I was addicted to video games for sure. And as a kid, Smash was my favorite game too. And when Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out, I played online for a couple of years. And then I stopped doing that for a bit, but then when Smash for Wii U was announced, I got back into Smash. I started going to tournaments. And then once Smash for Wii U came out, I dedicated to that 100%.
So, you played Melee before, so have you completely dropped Melee?
Yeah, I was only playing Melee and just to kind of just kill time before Smash 4 came out. And I got pretty good though. I was ranked around like 10 or 11 I think at one point in New Jersey after a couple of months, so that was pretty good. But when Smash 4 came out, I kind of juggled both for a bit, and then it just got to a point where I was just so focused on Smash 4 that I wouldn't even enter anymore. And now I definitely don't play Melee since I progressed so much in Smash 4, so.
Yeah, so, in your opinion, what makes someone good at Smash?
Well, that's actually an interesting question because I feel like people learn differently, and a lot of top players have like different strengths. Like, a way I've noticed that I get good is or get better at least, is I play a lot of characters. I can basically play almost everyone in the game at a high level, and I think that helps me understand the game in different ways. But you'll see a player like, I don't know, DeBuzz. He only plays like 2 or 3 characters, but he's still like, we're both top players, but people just learn differently. But just having strong fundamentals is definitely the most important thing, because in tournament, what matters the most is your instinct and what you can do just from your muscle memory is very important, other than like understanding something in training mode.
Mm.
So if you can do something on the spot that is like a correct option, just like from muscle memory, that's really important because it takes a lot of pressure off yourself in a tournament situation if you have like good instincts.
Mm.
And that just comes with playing a lot too, so.
All right, all right. So, going off the topic of playing a lot of characters, what is the story behind your Donkey Kong secondary?
Yeah, so I have a group of friends I play with usually or practice with just because like I'm close friends with them and it's easy to practice with friends. Uh I'm in a group called DMG. We make YouTube videos, combo videos based off Smash, and I usually practice with them, Captain Zach, Ryuga, Ross, Matty G. I also practice with other top players, Falls, Zero, etc. So that's the inside circle that kind of knew about my Donkey Kong. Not really anyone else knew about it. That's why it was such a surprise. But I had been using him for like a month, and I was enjoying him a lot, especially since he got buffed and he can kill people ridiculously early off a grab. And after Genesis Saga, where I got fourth, I went to the local on Monday, and I tweeted out saying, "Don't get your hopes too high. I'm just gonna go Donkey Kong. Like, I'm not taking it too serious." And then I won the whole tournament, beating like 5 or 6 top players. So I didn't think I was gonna win per se. I thought I could. I just didn't think it was like a guaranteed thing. I actually already thought I had the best Donkey Kong before entering MSM, but that tournament kind of just proved it to everyone else, I think. So yeah,
All right.
and I've been using it more ever since because why not? And I also just enjoy him. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So before I ask this question, I wanted to say congratulations on getting signed by Phoenix1. And I want to ask, why is a sponsor so beneficial to the players?
Thank you. So a sponsor being beneficial definitely helps with. I think the number one thing is traveling because, especially now that Smash is getting so big, there's a big tournament. I'd say there's like 2 big tournaments a month, maybe one. But so if you're flying once a month, at least maybe once every 2 months, that's a lot of money, and a good sponsor will provide you with flights for those tournaments. So it's kind of like a weight off your shoulders. You don't have to pay for flights yourself because before I was sponsored, I did pay for a couple flights myself. A lot of tournaments before I was sponsored, since I was a top player, the tournament organizers would fly me out, so that was great. So it's kind of like just being sponsored by the tournament itself.
Yeah.
But now that I'm sponsored, I can just hit them up and be like, hey, this tournament's on this date in this area and yeah, it's settled. So it's very important. There's also salaries. You wear a jersey that you get to promote the organization you're sponsored by. A bunch of other things. They help you with getting verified on social media. I got sponsored and immediately I'm verified on Twitter, so that's pretty cool too. So yeah, I'd say the main thing is traveling, and it kind of solidifies it as like a real career.
Yeah, yeah. So, did you ever think you would get to the level you're at today?
I'm not sure what I was thinking when I was first getting into it. I think the main thing I was thinking about is like just getting to the tournament and seeing how I did. Like since I was so new, I just wanted to get used to the whole tournament environment.
Yeah, yeah.
But after a few tournaments, I noticed that like my improvement was like pretty ridiculous compared to anyone else I've seen. And especially in Smash 4, once it got to a certain point, I was like, ever since then, I just want to be the best player in the world. That's still my goal right now. I want to be the best player to ever play. And sometimes I even consider that where I'm at right now in terms of skill. But there's a bunch of things that go into winning a big tournament. It's not just how good you are. It's your mental stamina. etc. There's a bunch of things that go into winning a tournament. It obviously a lot of it has to do with how good you are at the game, but
Yeah.
more goes into it. But yeah, I just want to be the best player.
Nice.
I'm not
Nice.
sure, like, I'm not sure if I knew I was gonna get this good, but
Yeah.
as it happened, I was just like, okay, let's just keep taking it farther.
Hmm. So, what was your first tournament like?
Okay, so my first tournament was actually a huge tournament. It was Apex 2014, so I didn't get like a mini experience and then go into a national. I just went right into it. And at the time, that was as big as you could get in like like 2008 to 2014 or something along those lines. Apex was the tournament to be at for sure.
Hmm.
And it's in New Jersey where I'm from, so it was probably like an hour drive at most, which isn't too bad. And so I entered Project M and Brawl, and in Project M, I think I won. I think I won a couple matches. I remember Hungry Box being in my pool for Project M, so I wanted to get a chance to play him, but I didn't. So I think I
Hmm.
went like 2-2 or something. And then Brawl, I think I didn't win a single match. I think I just lost twice.
No.
And as soon as I lost, I just like my brother came with me, so I was just like, all right, let's just go home. So I just
Yeah.
lost and went home. But yeah, and then I went to and then my next tournament was only a couple months later. So as soon as I went to my first tournament, I just wanted to keep going.
Nice. Nice. So, what are some tips you can give to new players getting into the game?
So for anyone new trying to get into Smash, I think you have to really take advantage of any practice opportunities you can get or any learning opportunities you can get. I feel like online play for Smash 4 has a big stigma around it for learning. I think people kind of
Hmm.
see it as like, you can't get anything out of it because of lag. But I think even if it is laggy, I think there's still an opportunity to learn at all times. So I think if you're gonna play online to practice, uh, you shouldn't like try to win 24/7. I think you should just look at it as learning no matter what. I think you can really get something out of it regardless of if the connection's perfect or not. Uh, so as for myself, when I try to get better, I play a lot of training mode. I play a lot of Wi-Fi. Like I'd say 90% of my gameplay outside of tournaments is online. So and I'm a top player, so I feel like if you can play Wi-Fi, like you can definitely get there. All it takes is some form of practice, and you can definitely get there.
Yeah, definitely. So, how big do you think Smash can get as an esport?
So Smash has done nothing but like growing for the past like few years. Uh, I'd say there's a handful of like major esports, whether it be, League of Legends is definitely number one, I think.
Hmm.
CS:GO, Overwatch, Call of Duty. I think those are some big names. I know League and CS:GO are. I'd say Smash is in that category, but we're definitely the smallest major esport.
Hmm.
But we're also like, we're kind of like the baby esport at the moment, like, but we're still growing. So I think if things keep going as they are, we're just gonna keep getting bigger. Especially like we haven't shown any signs of of not growing. So I'm definitely optimistic about Smash,
Yeah, yeah,
especially Smash 4, because with the Switch coming out, we have no idea. Something might get even bigger. We might get a new game. We might get an updated Smash 4, etc.
yeah. It's always nice to see Smash grow. And what do you think is more important when playing, mentality or tech skill? Like, or is it a blend of the two of them?
Good question. Um, so I'd say mentality is slightly more important than tech skill, especially in Smash 4. I think tech skill is definitely important. As of late, there's been more use of perfect pivot, uh, in multiple ways, in a defensive way and to extend combos. But I think mentality is what really keeps a long tournament run going, like from pools all the way to the top 8. I think if you don't have the mental stamina, you just can't play for that like the whole day and make it if you don't have the mental stamina for it. Like you could be an incredible player and just get burnt out after pools and just not play well because you don't have the mental fortitude to keep playing.
Yeah.
But I think it's definitely a blend of the two, but I would lean towards mentality for sure.
Interesting.
But never neglect tech skill. Always practice.
So I heard you mention perfect pivots. Do you use the Beto control scheme? And what does it offer compared to the default layout?
So for my current controls, for like the first year and a half, maybe even 2 years, I actually use complete default controls in tournament. But as of late, I use tilt stick, and so that's basically my controls. I have default, except I have smash stick to tilt stick for perfect pivot tilt, and so no, I don't use Beto, but Beto allows you to do all of the mentioned tech with ease. Like you can just perfect pivot at a whim. So I actually don't think Beto is more useful than any other layout because even with default controls you can still perfect pivot. It just it's just more difficult. So if all it is difficulty, then obviously just get good at perfect pivoting with an optimal controller layout. So yeah.
All right. So do you have any goals as
So goals
Do you have any
for
goals?
2017.
Yeah. Do you have any goals as a smasher and as a person for 2017?
So I think I definitely want to win a major tournament. I've come pretty close. I'm not sure if Midwest Mayhem Saga was considered a major, but I got second at that, so that's pretty close. I've gotten a few top eights at majors, so I definitely want to have a strong year with like at least one major tournament win. And as a person, I want to, I definitely want to start eating better. I feel like I don't care too much about what I eat. I'm pretty unhealthy when it comes to that. So I feel like it could help me in basically every way, just living and even in Smash if I eat healthier. So yeah, exercising too. I definitely haven't been exercising as much because of Smash, I guess. And I also want to grow my Twitch stream because now that I'm sponsored, things like that are easier. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that this year.
Nice, nice. So, talking about the community in general, how would you describe it?
The Smash community definitely adores Smash. I know like every community like loves what they do, but like Smash players, Smash is life to them. Like their first priority in life is Smash Brothers, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. And
True.
I consider the Smash community to be very welcoming. I think, people from all walks of life play Smash, go to tournaments. Like if you walk into a tournament, you'll obviously see the stereotypical nerd, or you'll see like someone who looks like a body player, not a body player, a bodybuilder, and like, I think that's really interesting. So yeah, I think if you wanna play Smash or if you wanna go to tournaments, just do it, and with after a couple tournaments, I think you'll feel at home.
Yeah, the community truly is amazing, very welcoming. So, why did you pick your main character? What stood out about Cloud to you?
So at first, I actually made Bowser Jr. So before Smash 4 even came out, he was basically the character I wanted in the game. So as soon as Smash 4 came out, I picked Bowser Jr. first, and I actually enjoyed him a lot, so I just mained him. So it was kind of like a dream come true. The character I wanted the game is in the game, and I also enjoyed him. So, but as time went on, I realized he wasn't a really good character at all. So when Cloud came out, I played Cloud and I had a lot of fun with him. And he's also very good.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
within the first few days, I knew I was gonna play him in tournament. So
Nice.
I just made the switch from Junior to Cloud.
Nice. So, how did you come up with your tag Tweek? What's the story behind that?
Okay, this is actually a pretty silly story. It's not a long story or anything, but it's silly. So I would say I was like maybe 10 years old, maybe 11 or something. And there's a character in South Park named Tweek, and that's literally it. I just named myself after that character because Tweek is like very nervous and fidgety, and I am too, so it was kind of like my nickname for a bit. So I just went with it when I made my Xbox gamer tag, and so it's been my alias ever since.
All right. Interesting. So, how often do you practice and for how long?
Hmm. I'd say I practice at least 5 hours a day, every day. Whether it be just messing around in training mode or playing Wi-Fi, or sometimes I'm at my friend's house. It's called the Loft, where Zero, False, Kitaro, where they live. If I'm there, I practice with Zero or False usually, and yeah.
Nice, nice. So, do you ever feel nervous or do you have any pressure on you at tournaments?
So when I first started going to tournaments, I think the nerves and pressure were at its worst. Where because I was new to it, so I'd sit down and
Mm,
be a train wreck before I played. But as time went on, it kind of became muscle memory, and I just got used to it. But there's definitely still moments where I'm super nervous. Like if it's like a very close game on the big stage, that'll just make it.
All right, so you were talking about being on the big stage and being nervous.
Yeah, so I was saying the difference between like a really good player and just a normal player is how they deal with being on the big stage and being in that really tense situation, like a really close match. So like obviously it's nervous for both of them, but how they deal with it is what makes the difference between a really good player and just an average player.
Yeah, yeah. What players are on your Smash hit list, if you will?
Uh, the first one that comes to mind is definitely Zero because he's the best player in the world and he's beaten me a bunch of times already, so I
Hmm.
definitely want to prove to everyone that I can beat him.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so, do you have any hobbies outside of playing Smash?
Uh, I enjoy basketball and I used to run cross country in high school, but most of my hobbies include, playing other games other than Smash, such as like, I'm a big fan of Nintendo 64 games and stuff.
Nice, nice. So, what would you say is your greatest accomplishment in Smash?
Hmm, that would definitely depend. I guess it's my most recent placement at Midwest Mayhem Saga being second. But I've also beaten a bunch of players, Nairo, Renai, Komurakiri, Leo. So yeah.
Nice, nice. So, what players do you look up to? Who are your favorite players?
My favorite player is definitely False. He's
Nice,
my best friend and my doubles partner, so
nice, nice. So, have any fans recognized you in public before?
yeah, only once, and it was at a restaurant. My waiter knew about everyone at the table because it was all Smash players.
Nice, nice. Um, well, thank you very much for doing this with me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Uh,
So, can you give us your social media links for anyone
so
to
my
follow?
Twitter is TweekSSB, and that's basically the main social media I'm on. I don't really use Instagram much, so that's pretty much it.
All right, nice, nice. Do you have any
My Twitch
shout?
is TweekSSB as well. Sorry about that.
All right, sorry. So, do you have any shoutouts you would like to do, or anything else you want to say?
Not really.
All right. So, thank you very much for doing this with me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. See ya.
Peace.
All right.